Sleeping on the beam, I listen close by the ash and the iron door. Cattle die, kinsmen die, but I keep one thing more. A harder name and a mouth that knows when to bite its tongue and when to go. Wise words cut deep like a winter stone. Better no prayer than too much bread on the road. Wise man, hold your own. Better than gold is a man's good name. Wise man, walk alone. Cattle die, kinsmen die, but my words remain. I saw the boastful fall in mud, full cup, empty hand, and a mouthful of blood. Over drink your ale is the worst of woes. So I sip slow now and I choose my road. I count each friend, I count each foe. I keep my counsel, I let the storm blow. No crown stays bright, no feast stays long. Be wise in words and wary in all. Wise man, hold your own. Better than gold is a man's good name. Wise man, walk alone. Cattle die, kinsmen die, but my words remain. When the hall goes dark and the ale runs thin, I hear the old law under my skin. Joy to the joyful man is the measure. I leave with my honor, that's my treasure. Wise man, hold your own. Better than gold is a man's good name. Wise man, walk alone. Cattle die, kinsmen die, but my words remain. Wise man, hold your own. Better than gold is a man's good name. Wise man, walk alone. I leave with my name, and the wind knows it too.
Thou who see the door art chosen, in thine exodus from thine own mouth, make sacrifice who thou used to be. Forsake thy memories, forsake thine identity, to be born anew.
What is going on, everybody? Good evening and welcome to the Greypilled podcast. Welcome to Greypilled. I'm your host, Julian the Apostate, the Mississippi Mystic, the handsome Hierophant. How's my voice sound? Do I need to turn the light on? You still see my handsome face. Like I said, the handsome Hierophant, the Hyperborean Hermit, rocking it with my man Zerilath this evening. That's change the background. Sorry, I need a producer. I don't stream that much to have a producer, but that is one of my earlier theme songs made by the Paranoid American. Thank you, Thomas. That will always be a gem. Zerilath, the bare-chested runic genius in the house. What's up, man?
Hey, dude. It was this is all right, man. We got I've been off for half of the week, fortunately, but it's I wasn't too tired. I saw you went live, and I said, sometimes Jules does these things, and he doesn't mind having anybody available with him. So I'll ask him if he needs a guy.
I don't mind at all, man. I actually like having someone here to talk to, and I know there's a lot that you always end up getting into.
Yes, I know.
I've
tapped too many subjects to not be.
That's going to happen regardless. So I love your company, man.
Yeah.
Let everyone know who you are, guys. If you don't know Zerilath by now, then you haven't been watching my show.
I'm Zerilath Eternal. I've been doing the alt media thing since going back to 2012, and I've gone through quite a bit of transformation to be this animus pagan mystic magus guy.
Pretty good way of putting it.
And working on being the most formidable of what I am that I can be.
Absolutely, be a master at your craft.
Yes.
Yeah. That's lost on a lot of people nowadays.
The amount of occult knowledge I've acquired thus far and continuing to acquire brings all sorts of good stuff to the table. Having conversations with me, as long as you can handle me. All right.
Oh, I can handle it, dude. I think we've established that.
This is an introduction for all those who haven't been initiated into me.
Well, we got some people in the Rumble chat, especially. Hello, Nancy. It's good seeing you. JC, Pat's taking a nap. Patrick, thank you for joining the Patreon. You became a god of the morning wood, and I appreciate it. You get to catch all the occult cinema episodes in their fullness, or their, we post the whole thing to Patreon. You only get a little bit of it streaming out. Well, last time I think we stayed on Rumble the entire stream, and then we just kind of did what we do with Gods of the Morning Wood. We cut it to private or unlisted, whatever. So if y'all want to support the show, you always can through Rumble Rants. You can through Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo, or you can go over to the Patreon. It's the best way to support the show. And you get a lot of extra content. You get like 60-something episodes of Esoteric Book Review, a.k.a. Gods of the Morning Wood. You get a whole like Twin Peaks 3-season analysis, plus Firewalk with me. And then you get the occult cinema. Yeah. That's it. That's all you get. You also get a sticker pack. So, Pat, let me know. I need to send you OG. We had two, like a volume one. Oh, there we go. Got a camera check. Okay.
You're a little fuzzy, but
I know. Yeah. It's back in focus. There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks. So we got the newer stickers. We got some Gods of the Morning Wood. We got some QR codes, some Elohim etymology. We got the cowboy hat. And these, I'd say they're newer, right? But then we have the Twin Peaks, Dale Cooper, Greypilled Podcast doing the thumbs up with the coffee. We have our old school sticker pack, and I need to send you one as well, Mythoclass. So you guys get at me on Patreon in the DMs. Here we go. Hold on. Got Dale Cooper. saying that Greypilled is for you. So, and now I have to remake my Hand to Sabasia shirt because it says at Greypilled Pod. And unfortunately, as you probably know by now, my old Twitter account has been hacked. It's gone. I'm not going to get it back. And they won't even shut it down. We've reported it so much. And I canceled the blue check mark. So I guess this person took it upon themselves to do their own blue check mark. We canceled it. So
you know what might be better, just because you've gone through this or whatever. Like I'm just too lazy to do it, but like everybody gets a Linktree, right? So
I have a Linktree. It's in the description.
Yeah, put the Linktree on the shirt because the Linktree may outlast any other kind of account. Because who's gonna hack your Linktree? They're gonna want to hack where you're actually uploading your content, right?
Right. I do have my Linktree on the QR codes on. I actually have a QR code. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, dude, it's the tag. The tag is the QR code. This looks real weird. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
The tag is the QR code. I do weird shit like that. I put my logo on the tag. It actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
I also let me grab this. Do I look better in darkness or with light?
Well,
what do you think would look better? It is a late night stream. It is a thirsty Thorsday. Having a couple drinks, but
I'm pretty
down
terrible.
a lot in the past couple weeks.
I'm pretty terrible at getting my lighting straight.
Yeah, mine's
that lighting perfect. Looks. I mean, that lighting looks fine. It really puts your face in the.
I'm going to showcase another shirt.
If there's a way to do it where you can get your face slightly more illuminated, I'd say. Other than that, I think the dark has a cool vibe.
Let me
for the dark shows you want to do.
Stop, Zerilath.
I just keep things dark because if you've seen what my room was like before I got the privacy screen, I just rather you just not see anything around me. until I get a dedicated studio that I can.
This works perfect. I look great.
Or a proper, maintainable fucking like backside of a wall to a house that doesn't get passed through. And
what's going on? Are you talking about work?
Anyway, what's that?
Were you talking about work?
No. I'm just I'm talking about like how I like to light my scenario to obscure my background. Right? I don't want people seeing my background so much because it's just like I spend a lot of time cleaning before I do a stream because
outside
my man cave. I do my rituals down here. I exercise down here. I do all sorts of nonsense down there.
Well,
yeah.
I did. There were a couple things on Twitter that I wanted to kind of take a look at. But yeah, guys, be sure to like the stream, share it. Let's get some more people in here. Like I said, it's good to see a few people on YouTube. These are kind of like you said a minute ago, Zerilath. They're random, and we're doing a little bit. We're doing them a little more. We used to do them a lot early on in Greypilled. If you go and look on Rumble, before I joined the Occult Rejects, I was I would do like 4-hour streams. But having the understanding of the occult and symbolism and history and other ancestral faith through its own lens, it's a lot different now, obviously. And it was kind of conspiratorial at first, but we were getting into some good conspiracies, right? But you don't want to remain in that echo chamber. We've talked about that a lot, kind of chasing your own tail. What comes out of that? I mean, there is grifting to be done, but that will always be taken care of.
I think the natural progression is you end up fated as Red Ice Radio, where paganism is kind of like the backdrop to your determinism as a political force. Right?
I'd love to talk to them about how they got into that and how it,
right,
probably wasn't too popular at first, right?
By and large, when I like I caught on to Red Pill a little bit later down the line because I only was paying attention when I caught them checking out Michael Tsarion, because at that point I was very young on Michael Tsarion, and so I was catching Red Pills because of some of the
Tsarion.
I think
I'm pretty sure that's a dragon in Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, he's got a very interesting name and lineage, Michael Tsarion. You know, Unslaved podcast. You know Michael Tsarion. He's a legend in this game.
I've heard of the name because that last name.
Paranoid American just did an Under the Docks, I think, on one of his old school.
Oh, him and Sean Chris do that show, or
I can't remember who's sidekicking him on Under the Docks.
I think it was Sean Chris from Kill the Mockingbirds, or
right.
Yeah,
but it was one of his like late 90s, early 2000s lectures. And
me and Thomas used to do sound science together, dude. He's a great guy to have as if you want to have a good co-host. Like the last time he came on as a guest on my show, we talked about we did the Occult Cinema episode 2, Sword in the Stone, one from Disney, right? And he talked about how the writer was abused as a child and how he was like basically portraying that in the book. And like at the very beginning of the film, you see the hawk fly off, and that's what triggered this guy's trauma when he was a kid. The guy that wrote the book was his hawk. So he must have been, or I don't know. Where was he from? I don't know. I have to get back. Go watch the episode if you want to, but his hawk flew off when he was a kid. Hail Saxon Ranger. Good to see you here.
Yeah, no, Paranoid just did a really great hot take on Gremlins 2 that he just did with I think he just did it with what's his face. It was a collab. Was that with Andre, with who's the Russian dude? It's real the popular Russian guy doing
Andreas,
yeah.
They do Sync Tank together.
Yeah. I think he had Sync Tank in on
them, and he has another buddy that I think does it with him, and then that Anna Nicole Wordsmith chick is the fourth.
Right. Yes, Anna Nicole Wordsmith, and they were talking about a few things because he was picking up on some Slavic mythology that can be kind of like relevant to the conversation, and so he was able to pick it, like some really cool stuff. It's just like it was such a good take. Like I knew half of it, half of it at face value, and it was just really cool to see them like going at it and being like, oh my god, look, it's the woke freaking agenda all over the place. Right?
Yeah, dude. Shout out Thomas. But yeah, guys, if y'all didn't know, this Saturday we do have Gods of the Morning Wood at 9:00 a.m. every Saturday. Me and Zerilath Eternal. It's Subliminal Messenger and Season of the Rats. Last couple shows, the next couple weeks after that. I think that here this next week we will be bringing back on Headless Giant. I think my buddy, what's his name? Natural Selectionist is going to come on. He's a good guy, very knowledgeable dude, and a couple other dudes that we're trying to get in touch with. I do need to talk to Stein and see if he wouldn't mind joining us. Stein from the Greyhorn Pagans podcast. Love having him on. So, and I need to message him. I'm bad at getting to people right now, man. No one's booked on Calendly for months. I mean, well, I wouldn't say that. Jen booked, and then before him, I had Crow on. But I'm good with not having that many guests on right now. I'm good with kind of, having a few people on. And
I think I told Stein to be on the lookout or to hit you up about it or something.
Yeah. And so, see, I did want to talk about this here in a minute, but anyway, everybody, we always have a goal for every show, $33. Illuminati confirmed, obviously. Many rumors throughout the last couple years of what I am, especially on Spotify. People call me, a dark occultist, a Rosicrucianist, a Jesuit. among many other things. But
right. What
they're all right. Obviously, we talk about a lot of things on this show, and we always will.
Yeah, you know you're cooking with gas if they're trying to call you the most suspicious of people involved in a cult.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, you see, he's involved in that most suspicious cult, and that's why you can't trust him. Like, you can't trust those suspicious cults.
Right. And I mean, even with the mystery schools, people want to use that word cult and look at those as a bad thing. And it's like, well, I mean, you had to take it underground or they would have killed you. You didn't have much of a choice. Even the philosophers escaping Rome and, Rome and Alexandria, they had to go underground with their stuff. That would be looked at as a cult, right?
It's a very much a question of because those are all true. But that is just as true as cults that want to do harm, as well as cults that are protecting sacred from the profane,
yes.
right? Because the enemy has, must hide in shadows, and when the enemy has enough control, it forces the good guys to hide in shadows. Right. And there's so much that's misunderstood in that respect. Right. It's kind of like why it's so important to get into the depths of understanding. OK, what is the world dominance issue of this group, that group, that group? Right. Like the Jews, the Christians, the Muslims, like the Buddhists are like doing the anti-cell technique. They want to rule the world by insisting that they don't want to rule anything because there's no rulership in question, as opposed to the others where there's an entity that's a ruler coming through. But there's still a rulership thing about like Buddhism and then like any of these other groups, right? Because like you have that rich diaspora among them. There's a big difference between Islamic plans by Shiites and Islamic plans by Sunnis. And then there are many different clerics that run all of those teachings in several different directions, right? Saudi Arabia is fine until you talk to somebody who from the Wahhabi school, right? The Shiites, a Shiite Iranian is fine until you talk to a goddamn 12er who is, the entire embodiment of the government of Iran, right? So, like, all of them have their different doctrines, lores, origins, in which they're putting into context some sort of dominance of your life in a way that you would never approve of.
Right.
Right. And they downplay that. Right. And,
okay.
Christianity seems to try the hardest at the tolerance thing for real because of the manner in which our rhetoric of the Bible dominates in Christianity on the hippier side of Jesus. But anyway.
Yeah. Saxon Ranger says the Persians are base. Guys, we also got the phone lines open.
Yes.
So don't forget you can call in. Your number may get doxxed, but hey, I don't really think anyone would pay attention. It's not the type of crowd that we have over here on Greypilled. But
somebody call Elrond. There's a goblin at the gates.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
By the way, watching the Lord of the Rings, I think the Power of the Rings or whatever, the kind of newer one, some things that I can look past, obviously. But Elrond, the guy that plays him, love the guy who plays him. I think he played the young Ned Stark as well.
Hugo Weaving, the goat.
No, that's the one. That's the guy from The Matrix who plays him when he's older. I'm talking about the newer show that came out on HBO, The Power of the Rings.
You're saying the casting for the Elrond in that is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Sure.
played.
Sure.
Yeah. But just throwing that out there. Sorry. All right. So Rabbi Shmuley Obviously, you all know him as the dildo rabbi, and amongst many other things. He can't help but make himself just look just awful, in my opinion. Blatant disrespect of other cultures in their homeland. And so let's see, he's in Iceland, right? And he is outside of what they have set up as these homes for the elves. If you're familiar with European mythology, you would know that Zerilath, I'm sure, can explain the light elves and the dark elves, right?
Right.
And the light elves, they're called the Leosifer, right? Or something like, I don't know. I saw that somewhere.
Right. There's see,
it's
like,
funny.
Yeah, there's Leos. It's kind of got that JY thing going on. Leos Elf. That's light.
Yul's Elfer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Yul's Alpha, right? And then, and that's the opposite of the Svart Alpha. And the realm that they fight for is Alfheim. And then Alfheim can be either light or dark, depending on which faction wins. And Alfheim is directly associated with lunar powers, lunar forces. So in an allegorical sense of the cycles, the new moons are dominated by dark elves. Full moons are dominated by light elves. And it's the lunar cycles are most closely associated for what we would call in modern day Vanatru, the folk of the Vanir, right, of our ancestral past.
Yeah. Oh, hold on, let me go back.
Okay, I hope you like my outfit.
Hold on, 2 seconds. Hold on.
All right. Well, I could do without the Saturnian cube. Otherwise, you look ridiculous. But if it works for you, go ahead, sir. All right, that's my opinion on his outfit. All right, I'll keep you entertained as Jules tap dances around the room. Oh, hold on. I think
my son, who's supposed to be asleep, is just like walked out here and was just like, what are you doing? Go to bed. Yeah, guys, if you didn't see, we do have the Greypilled shirt behind us with the alchemy lion on it. I'm going to show it. And if you want to get more merch, you can always go to greypilled.printify.me. I'm printing a lot more stuff out this week. Some more coffee mugs, some more hoodies and whatnot. Maybe some more accessories. But I did want to get into this because there's another video where he is confronting an Icelandic couple because one of them said, hey, welcome to Iceland. And I'm sure he fucking went and said something about, so what do y'all think of the Jewish culture? What do you think of it? Ask about Israel. He does this shit, right? He's a provocateur. And he makes these public displays of anti-Semitism to prove how bad it is, wherever it is and whatever. And it's a little uncanny how he's in Iceland, right? It's like, people vacation or whatever, but I don't know.
Gotta be
I picked the worst time to act like this. Let's turn it up a little bit.
Now, Judaism came into the world.
Can you hear it? Guys, can y'all hear it?
The world once believed in many gods and all kinds of like leprechauns and all that.
Leprechauns.
The one invisible God. If he's invisible without a form, that means that he doesn't favor Jews or whites or blacks or men or women. He has no form. If it was a male God, like Jesus, then maybe he's closer to men. So we have no,
So he's just contradicting
Yeah.
Just now.
Okay.
Because what did he say? Because he's an invisible God, he doesn't favor X, Y, and Z. So by that merit, you're not the chosen people, and you just confessed to that if you were accurate in that cosmological statement. Thanks for
he starts off calling them leprechauns and then proceeds to
I'll give him a break that he's a little profane to the pagan ways because it's beneath him and he's making a loose thing because leprechauns are kind of
dude. Leprechauns are fucking based.
They
Hail the leprechauns.
Or elves. Insulted both of them. He's insulted both of them, but he's not wrong in that they're kind of in the same category. Because
that's fine.
You know, I mean, because unless you're talking about like the king of the leprechauns, which that's actually just Lou, who was diminutized by schmucks like him and the church.
Gotcha. Let's.
This is what I love in their belief in Christ. It's just why we Jews don't embrace it. And here's what's interesting. Studies show that 70% of Icelanders believe in elves. Now, is that like a more of a traditional thing? But some of them actually like believe in elves. And here in Husavik, again, this is the world capital.
I mean, does he not believe in angels and demons?
No, he definitely believes in the whole.
Like,
yeah, I'm sure.
One of those atheist religious Jews where it's so material that he barely can acknowledge an angel.
He may be, I don't know, but he's wearing the cube, so it's like, you know. But he could just be LARPing, right?
Well, I'd imagine
going like trying to look like as Jewish as possible.
Oy vey.
Well, if he's LARPing, then the Jews that would know better, because Jews love to argue about stuff, will just argue about this. And I want to hear the argument from those that think he's violating doctrine. Because there's always some Jew, like that's the Jews are always arguing about every little thing that we argue about them. So they consistently don't have to be connected to any of their other groups' behaviors in the diaspora. Right?
Homo.
And,
yes, he is. Sorry, Z. This is a longtime friend of the show. She used to come on the Sunday Chaos shows. Friends of my wife.
If it weren't for this religion trying to be a global fucking universe of a thing, if it wasn't, for that, like the Jews and their problems would be no different than any other nation of people and their fucking problems. But because they're the scapegoat for the globalists, and then schmucks like this love the idea or are in on it, they come about and they have their fun in the little privileged world set up for them to make it all feel real. So they don't even know they're LARPing, primarily because the context of all the rules, if you're following them, you're LARPing because they're not meant for you.
And guys, I did want to say, if we hit the $33 goal, we'll probably cut YouTube, and we will stream the rest of the Odyssey. If you're down, Zerilath, we would have to start it within the next hour. But
wait, are we talking about the '90s Odyssey?
No, yeah, from '97.
Oh, why didn't you hit me up when you started that? I thought we were supposed to all watch the whole thing.
Oh, well, I kind of did it on my birthday stream. Nobody joined me. I kind of invited everybody, but y'all are all busy.
It was a work night, man.
I know. I couldn't help it. I have to get in where I fit in, dude. You know how it is in my work schedule. And then it's my kid's birthday Sunday, guys. My kid turns 13.
You're a little schizo, like
he's the biggest on the football team. He's loving his new school. So, it's great. My daughter's going to be going to pre-K. So
we all got scheduled.
Homeschool, but I don't know if we can do that right now. Luckily, I live in an area where it is in the top 10 places to raise your children in the country.
There's worse things.
But it's just because it's a lovely area in the South. Obviously, it's not like some big city like Nashville or Atlanta. It's not.
I believe you had a good reason. I'm not pointing the finger or anything. I'm just like,
it's actually very inconspicuous, but
right.
We won't go there. I digress. Sorry.
It's all good. I just have to luckily be like tonight, where it can just happen when you want to do it. So yeah, if you want to do the Odyssey tonight, we'll at least watch some of it.
Watch some of the second. Yeah, man, definitely, guys. So Rumble rants because YouTube will not monetize me. Kind of like Spreaker won't let me have an account, and never know. Also, like I said, the phone lines are open. If you want your number docs, there's also messages and people calling me during the day still, but that's okay. Probably not going to answer. Let's watch the rest of this video because I do want to get to him aggressively actually going after the woman who's trying to keep her face off camera, and he's like going past the guy and just it's like, dude, I would have fucking, I don't know, man, I probably would have laid his ass out if he was doing it to my wife. I mean, I think they may just be dating. I've been married 13 years, so it's like, you know, you try to intimidate my wife and not, you know, kick your fucking head in. But I don't care who you are. I don't care the consequences. If I black out and see red, then
Humpback whales, mink
from
whales,
how I was raised.
but especially blue whales, they actually have this little thing right here, and these are, you can find these all over Iceland. These are the little houses that the elves are supposed to dwell in. Now, this is what I'm asking: if we Jews who love God and have worshipped God amidst persecutions, inquisitions, Holocaust, we've remained so steadfast, but we don't always get an answer. Maybe it's time for me to try the freaking elves. I got my tonsil. Let's go check it out for a second.
He knows, because obviously he studied the Kabbalah. He knows about it, right? He knows about the elements. He knows how to conduct elemental magic.
Right.
Dude, the circles he runs in, you know what I mean?
Right. You know, it's just like
trolling the goyim, right? That's probably how some people would put it.
Right. Well, you know, this is a troll going, you know, like he wants to deal with Icelandic trolls. Congratulations. You've got
there you go. That's something a little bigger than him.
Like I said, like I watched this earlier and I'm just like, you know, like, all right, man, you better not be fucking, I hope what you just showed us there was not rude as fuck to the spirits.
Okay, so listen to what he says.
Happier than the land vetter kicking his ass.
They actually bring them gifts. I'm not making this.
You have to knock.
Okay?
You have to knock.
You have to knock. He doesn't knock.
They get angry.
So he doesn't knock.
People actually bring them. This is real. People bring them little treats, food.
So not only, oh fuck me.
Okay.
People bring them.
With the knock, they get angry.
Come here. People actually bring them. This is real. People bring them.
Hell, the elves. Dude, okay, so he doesn't knock, so he doesn't respect the hearth, right? He doesn't respect, and even if you think it's silly, it, you know, in a spiritual way, the spirits of the elementals, he's not respecting, you know, if it was like a mushroom circle or something, like a fey circle, like, and you step in it and you mess up the mushrooms, like you're going to probably get fucked up. I don't know. Somehow karma's going to hit you.
He probably is wearing his whole fucking thing just because he wants to protect himself from the elves.
That I was just about to ask you, do you think that's why he's so like wrapped up?
Yeah, you see how he's reaching for the door and he's using his bound hand with
he is very he's intimidated of, you know, these little makeshift elves and he very well fucking should be.
Well, you know, he wants to. He thinks he's gonna be the Jewish Saint Patrick, and he's gonna fucking chase the snakes out of Iceland.
Subliminals, right? Yeah,
right?
He didn't bring any offerings for the elves, the cheap bastards. Subliminal's mad about this. I know Subliminal's mad about this because he's like, dude, he's disrespecting. Like, it's like disrespecting the muses in a way. I don't know. It's it's you know, you gotta. What's up, Howard? What's up? You gotta respect the spirit. Especially the spirit of the place, you know,
right?
I guess like the genius loci.
And because this ground is handled in a very pagan like way where, you know, it's not for like a deity or a powerful, particularly named spirit or something like that. This is just for like, this is for land spirits, the Landvatar, right? You know, it's there as this, you know, this emanation of a portal into their world, right?
I think in a way,
beyond that door is a liminal space where they are existing as it has now been magically charged by all manner of the 70% of the fucking nation that honors them, right? So, you know, it's just like he doesn't like. I seriously hope that he has a fucking like a fair curse put upon him.
Well, you just brought it back to the spirit of the place and the elf being an egregore.
He doesn't need to be destroyed. I just want paganism to have the win because of their glamour magic fucking.
Well, yeah.
Like, I hope that this fucked up whatever their little
his dildo company probably went under. His daughters.
Scapegoat me because I'm trying to take over.
You'll be their Azazel, dude.
Right? I'm not fucking fault. Like, I don't like
You'll be
it.
their Azazel, their scapegoat.
He wants
but no, dude. Yeah, I think
wants to play the role of the hated Jew. He wants to play the role. That's
with the 70% that believe in the elves. It's like, that builds up the egregore of the elf, right? In the macro, you know what I mean? So
yeah, he's like a militant missionary of whatever fucking temple he came from.
Yeah. So let's we have about another minute.
Food. See the elves inside. Not the best looking. I mean, I think we lucked out with the elves are kind of ugly.
Calls them kind of ugly.
Today.
So
real pastries, real cookies.
I'm surprised he doesn't take the fucking cookies.
Okay, so
start eating them.
how much time do I have? 3 minutes. Where am I at?
2 minutes.
Oh, powerful, little, tiny, ugly elves. This is your servant, Shmuley. I normally serve the God of Israel, Tefillin. I put them on my head, I put them on my heart, I bring together before I do anything in the day, I start Shabbat Hashem, the next time Hashem comes first. But you know what? I'm going to hedge my bets. While I worship the God of Israel, little elves, if you guys can kick in some good work for me upstairs, I'll bring you a freaking cookie. I'll bring you a biscuit. I think I even got crumbs left over from my Shabbos challah, right here that I can share with you.
Did you just fucking hear him? I even got some little crumbs left over that I can. This is the equivalent to him of spitting on the arch of Titus, in Rome, how most of the rabbis do, and they take their yeshiva trip with their class. They go by the arch of Titus. I'm sorry, Titus, and they spit on it. So.
Right.
Conquering,
I'm sorry.
Edom or
did Iceland not pay enough dues to Israel? Would fucking do the trick, Mr.
I'll bring you. No, he's gonna bring him a cookie, I guess. Let's see.
Yeah, he's gonna bring him a cookie now. It's just
I'll bring you a biscuit.
I think
I even got crumbs left over from my Shabbos.
He's got crumbs left over from his Shabbos.
Crazy orange.
So he keeps his Shabbos bread in his fucking pocket. That's weird. You got some pocket bread, I guess.
Jumpsuit.
Weird little man. Look at him, dude. He looks like the fucking Tengu. Very good depiction of the Tengu. I mean, from the from the Japanese.
Because he's got his fucking his cape looking thing on, and the way he kind of moves, because he likes to do the moving with kind of the elbows up like this. That's when a bird walks around to balance himself, he fucking flares his the elbows of his wing arms out, kind of that, right? So yeah, he's walking around a little bit like a fucking crow.
Here we go. So, oh wow. So does this happen? How? Here we go. Attacked in Iceland as a Jew. Okay.
Yeah. You want?
Let's watch this, bro.
To tell the world.
Who even thinks that a way to do someone telling you they're fans so that you can curse them out?
Yeah.
That is so screwed up.
You want me to tell the world?
Who even thinks that a way to do things?
You want me to tell the world? Fuck Israel. Fuck Israel.
Say it.
Fuck Israel.
No, let him say it.
Yeah.
Fuck Israel. Trying to harass. What about? Wait. What about?
Did they pay this guy? Or is this something naturally happening?
No. Say what you said.
Loud.
Fuck Israel.
How many times? Fuck Israel. Fuck Israel. Fuck the genocide going on. Fuck.
I will. Nothing to do with that. You know it. Let him
History will not favor the genocide that you are behind. All right.
Okay. So let me wait. So let me ask you one question. Wait.
Yeah.
Mandy. One second. But you're a brave man who's prepared to say fuck Israel.
I know.
Okay. So my name's Rabbi Shmuleys.
I know who you are. I know who you are.
What's your name?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel what?
That doesn't matter, man.
Oh, suddenly you're
Trying to
not.
dox
Suddenly
him.
you're a coward.
I'm not comfortable.
Why don't
with,
you
I'm not-
be?
no, no, I'm
why
not
don't
comfortable.
you and your girlfriend
Look at him.
be very brave?
Goes over
and
to his
tell us
girl.
what their names are.
I'm sorry, my friend.
You came over, harassed us,
I'm
attacked us.
I'm sorry,
I just
my friend.
want to know who you are.
No.
I think it's fair.
Let
I think it's
Dude,
very fair to
You
find
gotta
out who
be
you are.
fucking kidding me. I would have that wouldn't have ended well.
Is it true that he decided to engage with Rabbi Shmuley? Was he dressed up like he was at the Ferry Mount, or did he was he only dressed in the red or something because he doesn't walk around in the robe?
Let's see,
Like,
guy,
what's the full story here, right? Like,
Iceland.
because look, man, I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of people have these feelings.
Here we
about
go.
And
Hold
like
on.
whether Israel's right or wrong.
Here's the whole 8-minute video.
Right.
If you want to watch it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to interrupt you.
So 1 second, hold on. You just made me hang up on my attorney. I told you it was on the phone. I told you I didn't want to interrupt, and you said you said to my Rashuli, you said that you're a big fan. You lied through your teeth, and then you said fuck Israel. Why would you do that? I'm an American. I'm a visitor here. Now you're pretending you don't speak English?
Tyranny. Hell to you.
Listen, this is going to go out to the whole world. I was sitting on a call with my attorney. Very important call. I could not have been more pleasant to you or your girlfriend. Both of you walked up together and you said, "Are you Rabbi Shmuley Mendy?" And I said, "Yes." Then you said, "I'm a big fan. Can I do a video?" I said, "I'm on a call." I begged you to wait.
I'm sorry.
Just for you to tell me to fuck Israel. Do you hate Jews that much?
I'm sorry, my friend.
Do you hate Jews that much?
Welcome to Iceland, my friend.
And then?
I'm sorry, my friend. I don't
Tell
know.
him what happened.
He said, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. He walked up to you and said, fuck Israel.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Welcome to Iceland.
Sick abuse of someone telling him
All
you're
right.
a fan.
All right, guys. Welcome.
Is this guy a nobody? Is he like a?
That's what I'm saying. He has a microphone.
He has a micro. He's from Iceland, right? Is
Do you like the Icelandic Chud, the builder, or like?
Yeah.
There was a guy in Starkville who
like
did this to Shmuley, or no, not Shmuley, but Dave Portnoy. There was a guy in Starkville, Mississippi, a kid who I believe. Oh my God, I think his mom was like my 6th grade teacher.
Yeah.
And he did this in Starkville.
Anti-Zionist leftists, they do like to do that.
Today,
right?
Portnoy.
I want to say like the thing is, guys like this that happen, and nobody has to put him up to it. All he has to do is watch the news. He'll put himself up to it, right? He'll radicalize himself in this manner. And all of them, whether they've read Saul Alinsky or not, have all been conditioned by people that want everybody to follow the Saul Alinsky textbook to think about this is how you do things. This is how you protest. This is how you make your point, right? For him, what's it boil down to when he faces the Jew face to face? It's like, fuck your genocide and all that shit, right? I did the statistics. The bloodshed is entirely happening in Gaza. Gaza is just a separated portion of Palestinians. They're not a race of people. They are a region of Palestine that is fighting for land that they can't hold because they are just simple farmers and tribes people. And they can't handle this whole world around them. And I think whoever thought they should be a state are horrible people because the religious war makes this an impossible situation and something has to fucking give on that end. Long story short is the population of Palestine outside of Gaza is up. 10% of Gaza's entire population has been killed this year. 10% in Gaza. But the birth rates, the population raise in Palestine outside of Gaza is higher than it's ever been. Right?
Hey, yeah.
So there isn't a genocide going on. These are just idiots losing a war that they can't even have.
Yeah. Well, Subliminal says Jews have Shretelect, which I hadn't looked up, and it says is Shretele is a Yiddish word for magical little folk, similar to elves, gnomes, or fairies in European folklore. They occupy a unique space in Eastern European Jewish mythology. So yeah.
All right. Well,
they evolved from earlier, more malicious underground creatures into mischievous pranksters and shy beings who dislike loud noises. Never mind. I was going to say something, but
so there you go. So like Rabbi Shmuley doesn't even know that, you know, in Jewish folklore that they have little folk that are neither angel nor demon nor Nephilim.
Well, here we're gonna watch a little bit of this. Just hang out. I gotta go and rock a piss.
All right.
To tell the world.
Just hang out, watch this,
Let's hear it.
and get us to $33. Get us to, if y'all want to watch some of the Odyssey.
Trying to harass.
What about the wait?
We can do it another
No. Say what you said. Fuck Israel.
How
What
many
else?
times?
What
Fuck
else?
Israel.
To
Fuck
cut
Israel.
YouTube,
Fuck
I
the
have to
genocide
make
going
the
on.
goal.
Fuck. I will.
Nothing to do with that. You know it.
Let him speak.
History
Let
will
him
not.
speak.
History will not favor the genocide that you are behind. All right.
Okay, so let me wait. So let me ask you one question. Wait. Mandy. One second. You're a brave man who's prepared to say fuck Israel.
I know.
Okay. So so my name's Rabbi Shmuley.
I know who you are. I know who you are.
What's your name?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel what?
That doesn't matter. Man.
Oh, suddenly you're not. Suddenly you're a coward.
I'm not comfortable.
Why don't you be? Why don't
comfortable.
you and your girlfriend be very brave and tell us what your names are?
I'm sorry, my friend.
You came over, harassed us, attacked us.
I'm sorry.
I just want to know who you are.
No.
I think it's fair. I think it's very fair to find out who you are.
Let me tell you right now.
No. You and your girlfriend said that Israel should be fine. Now she's hiding her face. Be brave. Here's my face. I'm not afraid.
I'm telling you.
I will probably.
Okay.
No.
Don't push
Walk away from me or I'll call the police on you. I'll tell the police what happened.
Don't push up into me.
I'll tell the police what happened. I'll tell the police what happened.
Okay.
What do you mean she has nothing to do with it?
We have freedom of speech here.
You do.
We have freedom of speech.
You can walk up.
Fuck Israel. I will say fuck Israel the whole day. This is my country. Welcome to my country. Aqui é o August.
This guy with no glasses. Yeah, I can see that.
What?
Welcome to Iceland, but fuck the Jews.
Yeah. No, I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Walking up to
Don't
Jewish
put
tourists.
words in my mouth. Don't put words in my mouth.
Saying that you're a huge
Good
fan of him.
Why are you ashamed? Why are you?
Dude, look at him getting in her fucking dude.
Why did you pull her into it? Why did you pull her into it?
I'm getting loud.
Why did you pull her into it?
It's like, I don't even think she said anything.
To do with it.
Oh, he's saying if she doesn't speak out against it, then she's guilty. That's what he's fucking saying.
I can understand you kind of like making an issue out of a guy doing, because if he did what he did, and I can believe that Rabbi Shmuley's telling the truth that that's what happened, even if it was staged, it actually happened. You got a right to like I would do that, but I would actually cut it off way earlier, right? Like,
yeah,
I would not be interested in this level of following and whatever, right? I would do it just enough to say, no. You assaulting me is going to cost you some calories, right? But I'm not going to waste my calories. Like, he's wasting calories here. And it's kind of like he's doing, like, he assaulted Rabbi Shmuley. And now Rabbi Shmuley is quadruple assaulting him. Remember, an assault doesn't require physical contact. That's when you reach battery. Assault is just squaring up, and this is Rabbi Shmuley squaring up, and we have that on camera. Was this guy filming when he squared up on Rabbi Shmuley?
Right.
So Rabbi Shmuley could be filming himself, assaulting, and then there may be no evidence that he was assaulted. And then you just have to trust his word because he's Rabbi Shmuley, and he'll play that fucking game. And, and if the Rothschilds got his back in Iceland, he'll get away with it.
Where the fuck? People, let's see. Trying to see. Okay, there they are. Fucking bookmarks. All right, so let's finish watching this. We'll get off of Shmuley, guys. We'll stop harping on the Jew.
We're in the city of Akureyri. I was on a call. This man came over and said, I'm a fan of yours. Then he said, fuck Israel.
Does he have a fucking life jacket on? What is
you know,
that?
In my country, the United States of America, you would have been welcomed warmly. No one would say that to you. How embarrassing for Iceland that you represent it. How embarrassing. I can't wait for all my American citizens to see how tourists are treated.
What the fuck are they going to do? What the fuck are they going to do? Not come here? I know a lot of Americans. They're very cool guys.
You walked over
I know
to all
so
of them
many.
to go F themselves?
I know so.
So you won't say. So you won't say your name. You won't say your name because you're afraid.
I already told you my name. I told you my name.
What is it?
Samuel Grimson.
What is it?
You couldn't even spell it, man.
So say it. I'll find out.
Yeah. Let's go, bro.
I'll get AI to write it out. What is it?
Okay,
My name is
Oh,
Rabbi
what's up with that
Shmuley. Here's my
haircut,
face.
though?
I'm not afraid of who I am.
Dude,
Get
that
AI on
motherfucker,
my ass,
yeah.
okay? You
Just
get
tell
AI
me who
on
you
my
are.
ass
Yeah,
right
something-
now.
his-
You get
that
AI
haircut.
on.
We're doing nothing.
Who
you are.
We were doing nothing to you.
This is free
You
speech.
walked up, lied to
Yeah.
us.
That
said
forehead.
I'm such a fan. I want to
This
get a
is-
video with you guys.
yeah.
Then you put us in
Oh,
the frame.
God.
You got like this to my
Oh, no,
face.
his
Put your
eyes.
hands
No,
on me.
I never
That's
touched him.
exactly
I
Then give us the
never
video.
touched him.
Then give us
I
the
never
video.
touched him.
Then give us the video.
No.
Give us the video.
You got video.
Give
I
us
got
the video.
You got video. I got video.
You'll have my video up in a few minutes. Show me yours. Show me yours. Show
Welcome
me
to
yours.
Iceland.
Got off the phone because you said
Every Icelander.
Got a couple see through it all edits that
I
we're
cannot
gonna watch
believe
here
it.
in a minute, guys.
That she would be part of this. I can't believe it.
There's two people
Enough.
that
Sir,
either
I'm
one
giving
of
this as a hate crime to the Icelandic police, and I'm giving it to the American embassy, and I'm going to make sure
Yeah.
that people like you cannot harass innocent
Hold on.
Americans who come to this
Let me
country
rewind
as
a little bit.
tourists and who should not crime to the Icelandic.
Look at him.
I
Get in their
cannot believe
fucking
it.
face.
No,
Like
no,
you.
that she would be part of this. I can't believe it.
right, like,
Enough.
like
I'm
he's
giving
Stinky
this as a
little
hate
man.
crime to the Icelandic police, and I'm giving it to the American embassy,
Sorry.
and I'm going to make sure that people like you cannot harass innocent Americans
He's
who come
disturbing
to
that
this
dog,
country as
the man
tourists,
on the phone.
and who should not be treated like they're pieces of garbage.
He's
Okay?
kvetching.
Like pieces
Dude,
of
this
garbage,
is
like absolute pieces
fatigue,
of garbage. Okay?
It is
No, you came
another
over to
show
me.
up.
Don't tell me why don't I leave.
You're in my country.
You came over.
Every
Why don't I
single
leave your country? It belongs to
Every
you.
single Icelander is on the same opinion. Fuck Israel. You know that, right?
Every Icelander?
Do you know how
Every Icelander?
Do you know how
Every Icelander
anti-Israel
is an anti-Semite?
Do you know how
Do you know that my
anti-Israel-
country, the United States, protected your GIs were here at a base and protected you from the Germans and from the Nazis taking over Iceland in the Second World War? Do you know that my countrymen, that
it was
I, an
occupation.
American, my countrymen had a base here in, as you know, in Keflavik, right by the airport, that protected you from the
What do you
Germans?
think about dual citizenship?
What do you mean? I'm an American citizen.
Yeah,
What are you? What are you?
I have one citizenship.
What is it?
I'm an Icelander.
What does it have to do with? I'm an American citizen.
No,
So
no,
what?
I'm
Am I welcome here?
She is,
You
dude.
speak for every Icelander?
Like, can we get the fuck out of here?
That
She-
is
it's like she's
you're
about
a
to leave.
Palestinian agitator?
No, I'm saying I've dual citizen to Palestine. No, I'm fucking with you, man.
Jews and he gets to harass
You're
them
fucking
because
with
of
me.
Palestine. I
Yeah.
understand.
No.
You see
If-
Jews in the street and you get to say fuck Israel to any Jew you see because that's the way it is for Jews today, right?
No, that's a false
This
equivalency.
whole thing has nothing to do with Palestine.
Rabbi
Israel.
Shmuel
Let's
likes
be
to
honest.
do with
Jews
fucking
does not.
time.
When you walk up to anyone with a beard that looks Jewish and say,
What's
you
up?
say, I'm a fan of you.
No, I never said that. I said specifically to this guy.
That is exactly what
I
you're
said
Level of
specifically
absurd
to this
So
guy.
you're admitting that you walked over to
One
me.
guy.
and you
He's got an absurd obsession. Like he can't handle the idea that one person in Iceland has to insult him on a global political position because he knows who he is on the global stage, and then he's got to fucking go after this guy like this is like autism. This is like black fatigue, but it's Jew fatigue.
Yeah, Q. It's like, isn't
Right?
it assault at some point?
Like what level of Loxism is this? How far up the supremacy mindset as a Jew do you have to be to unlock this level of endurance on one person that you want to sue? Right? You know,
Yeah.
he's pursuing like a lawsuit with this guy instead of defending Israel.
Right.
Right? And then this guy's being a bitch because he can't fucking defend it in reality. Right?
Mm-hmm.
My position that I've been talking about as of late is me not being a hypocrite to being a nationalist, and knowing that the subtext of this is people saying that because it's a colonial thing that Israel is doing, their nation doesn't have a right to exist, which now is the sin of every nation. Therefore, I cannot take that position.
Tara, thank you so much for the $4 donation on Cashapp. I appreciate it. Thank you. And you got us a little towards the goal. Hey, not nice, Goy. Good to see you. What's gay? My co-host has no shirt on. What are you talking about?
Well, thanks for letting us know that you're gay, and I'm glad it's.
He is very. He's a gay Mormon. He hasn't come out yet, but anyway, thank you, Tara, for contributing to the goal. Don't know if we'll get there. So we are, after this, we're going to watch a couple of See Through It All edits. He's a guy who I've been following for a couple years now. He makes a lot of clips and edits for Adam Green, but he makes these rabbi edits and they fuck super hard. And right now he's like, oh my God, the way that these mainstream kind of grifters are getting exposed in a way, you know, Candace and Alex and what's his name? Fucking Buckley and Tucker Carlson. And I know. Stu Peters and all these people, Ian Carroll, they're all pushing the same narrative. It's all the same fucking slop, what we like to call slop.
They're exploiting the
slop.
They're exploiting the libertarian angle of the Republican Party since the death of Charlie Kirk. They're trying to seize the psychic fracture between the people that look at the MAGA argument of the events that took Charlie's life versus alternatives to that, and where people's heads are naturally going about what it all actually could mean based on what evidence doesn't work in their logic and your best guess as to what happened with all the evidence you can have on the internet.
Yeah, I forgot that Bro Grove was tomorrow, guys. So shouts out to Nephilim Death Squad. You know, we don't really talk anymore. You know, they do their thing, and you know, so y'all have fun and give the boys my love and let them know that I am in the forest convening with the gods under oak trees and you know, offering up certain. No, I'm just give my love. I forgot that was this weekend. Y'all are all going to be fucking jerking each other off in hotel rooms and shit. Probably that's probably what that's going to turn into. A bro Grove circle jerk. No, there's no Tower Gang there this year doing the body. What do you call that? That Toad did the body touching contest, and Zerilath. People have pointed this out that you and Toad sound a lot alike.
Toad,
and also Toad looks very similar to Jordan from Divulgence Pod, and so it's funny how I know a few people who I have podcasted with that either look or sound similar. It's like maybe y'all are all related, or I don't know. Who knows? But you're streaming Bro Grove, not nice guy. Or no, you're asking him.
Right.
I don't know. Q said he is raping everyone. All right. Well. Have fun with that, Q.
It sounds horrible. I'm gonna have to go.
Give my love to whoop my baby mama's hoe ass, Pat. I don't know if you heard earlier. I said thank you so much for becoming a patron subscriber. You are a god of the morning wood now, and I will address you as such. I mean, like I said, sticker pack for you and Myth the Class. And if there's anyone else who subscribed recently, I think everyone else has gotten theirs. I got to print more stickers. Doing that this month. We're getting a lot of shit done. Some changes on Greypilled. But if you're still here, love you guys. Thanks for sticking with me on this tumultuous journey. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, another thing.
That's an inside joke on a word. Only a few will understand.
Another thing, if Rabbi Shmuley really cared about anything with that elf mound, because it's an officially recognized thing, the way the Iceland all thing works.
Yeah,
he could have gone to all the people and had a conversation with them about that. Had one of their mystic people. He's Rabbi Shmuley. He could have asked, and then but no, he went there like there was nobody there to talk about it, so he could just whatever with it, instead of doing what I would have done, which was have the conversation, then say thank you for the conversation. I'm going to do stuff as in afterthoughts now, and then film why I completely think they're full of shit, right? But no, he just said, like, look at all this stuff that's full of shit, and I don't care how these people understand it.
Again, thank you, Tara, for the $4 donation, and thank you for donating to the show. Don't know if we'll get to that goal. We may, who knows, maybe somebody will come through for us. But if not, it's not life or death. I don't live off the funds from the show. If I did, I would be living in a tent. So, and that's okay. We have the Patreon, but I'm starting to do more of these live streams, and I'd like to continue doing more of them. So, $33. It's at the next number up with, I don't know, 77. Go to Mendez. If you want to get Crowley-in with it. But anyway, all right. Enough talking about that, guys. Let's finish this video. We can watch a couple of these edits, and we'll see where we are. We still have a chance to watch some of the Odyssey.
And so
it's not
harassing and attacking people. That's allowed in Iceland. When your police see this, let them determine if it's so. I'm glad you're saying that what you did, there's nothing wrong with it.
You don't think I
there he
know
goes
the
again.
law in this country
Put
that I
the
can say
fucking camera
fuck
in her
Israel?
face.
That's
Basically
not illegal.
shoving it
You
down
know
her
that,
throat
right?
at this point.
Are you allowed to attack me on the street and harass me and endanger me? Yes or no?
You think I have?
Are you allowed to endanger me on the street?
No. I never
endangered. I was completely wrong.
You're endangered?
And you told me I have to leave your country. You told me, do you have the power to make me leave your country? Do you have the power?
Wait.
Do you have the power, the authority to make me leave your country? Yes or no?
No, I
I don't know
never.
if she's laughing or
my
crying.
country. It's all on video. It's all on video.
Is she in a movie?
Do you have the right to make me leave your country? Are you in charge of immigration? Are you a government official? Are you in charge of immigration? Are you a government official?
Bro.
You have the right to harass American
Holy
citizens who are an
shit.
ally of Iceland and
What
tell
a
them to
fuck.
leave your
Like,
country.
dude, I'd
Do
be
you
like,
have that
all right,
right?
bro, please can.
Do you have that right?
I don't know. Would you capitulate at that point and be like, all right,
No,
please
I'm
shut the
not doing
fuck
that.
up? You know? Or like,
He's
I don't
a
know.
guest in their fucking country.
no, that's what I'm saying exactly.
Anti-Semitism. The
And
face of
somebody
Jew hatred, the
leaning
face of
on
Britain's face of
his
2,000 years. And American citizens protected Iceland
fuck
during the
you,
war
man.
from being occupied by Hitler. And this is the thanks that American citizens
This is
get.
not the
Get out of our
American
country.
Holy shit. Yeah, he's fucking insane.
Sir, you were just made famous. I knew you were going to do it.
Dude. You hear me?
Yeah. Well, I hear you. What?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah. You can hear me, right? Yeah, I hear you. What an atrociously arrogant.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I heard you. You've been on the whole time. Yes. Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
Can
Yes.
you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. I can hear you for a second. I hit my thing hit and yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You've been. Yeah, your mic never went off. You were good.
Okay. Well, I guess my headphones had went off. So
Okay.
let's go back to my
Yeah.
bookmarks.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, what an arrogant guy this guy is with all.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's bad, man.
It's like, you don't act like that as the guest in their country.
No, absolutely fucking not.
Right? It's just like it's like, yeah, you had a right to fucking stand up for yourself for like a minute. You know, but that guy was just hoping. He was hoping to get struck by this dude. He was hoping to see this guy like fucking square up on him on his camera.
One more. Jewish debate raper.
Yeah, like what a seriously like insane fucking thing. You know, this guy, you know, this guy needs to go and like live with like the blacks and enjoy fatiguing each other all day. Right? Yeah. I've been harassed by irate black guys that just don't like me for whatever reason like that before in the past. Right? It's the same thing with far less self-control. But what's terrifying is that he does that with all this self-control because he's perfectly interested in setting himself up to be in a position in court that he will win, right?
Yeah.
That it turns into a large enough incident that it's worth time in court so he can do what they do in court.
Rome destroying the temple. I could play you 10 hours of rabbis. Top ones saying, we haven't forgotten.
Wait, did he just say I can play you 10 hours of rabbis?
10 hours of rabbis.
Yeah.
Top ones saying, we haven't forgotten.
Topless.
Rome, I could play you rabbis. Top ones saying,
top ones.
We haven't forgotten Rome destroying the temple, Titus in 70 AD, and you will be destroyed and nuked and burned to the ground. God's going to curse you. And these are prominent rabbis.
How do I do the
You're going to just say, because we're the new Rome, we all deserve to die?
When the Messiah comes, Rome will be nothing. Until then.
The Zohar says that they're going to go down hard for how they treated us over the last 2,000 years. For the destruction of the Second Temple and how they treated us, Hashem's going to take them down hard. He's going to humiliate them on the world stage, Western countries.
Yeah, he's getting off on this.
Edom.
He can't contain his excitement.
I'll take that one. That's what I want to see.
Meaning they're going to get killed in the end because God is going to go on the side of probably China, wipe out the whole West. Why? Because of the destruction of the Second Temple, which is still a debt.
Why? Because the destruction of the Second Temple.
Of the persecution. You know, all that persecution the Jews have gone through. It's still a bill. It's still a bill that has to get paid by the West.
Hashem now is going to close the accounts with every person, every nation, every leader, everything. Now Hashem is paying the bills.
God will take revenge against all the Gentiles, descendants of Esau, what we call today Christians, for the Holocaust, for the Inquisitions, for the destruction of the temples, for many, many things that they still have an open bill. Still don't pay for it.
Who is Esau?
All the Europeans are children of Esau. Russia, France, England, French people, Danish people, Swedish people, Scandinavians, United States, all the Americans, not the blacks. The blacks came from Africa, from Ham. But all the white people in America are all children of Esau. Dutch, German, Irish, British. They're all from Esau.
And this is that, we all come from this one guy, right?
This is part of
Esau.
Yeah, this was part of the pitch to the Europeans, just because maybe some descendants of Noah and some descendants of Abraham, went into the West and into the North.
Isn't that the theory with Troy or something, that there was some kind of
Romulus and
Noatic descendants?
Romulus and Remus escaped Troy and then were raised by the Etruscans is effectively the history behind the mythology of
Raised by wolves.
Raised by wolves.
Were the Etruscans wolf warriors?
The Etruscans had wolf warriors. They had a mother wolf god.
Hail the Ulfnar.
So so Fenrir is in part based on this wolf goddess of the Etruscans. Now, the Etruscan wolf goddess was not malevolent, and Fenrir is technically not that, but but it's just the comparative mythology is always there, right? And because Rome was an aspect of understanding some of the forces that Loki was putting against Europe,
you need to be able to tame your Fenris.
Yeah, you're able to tame your Fenris because, if Fenris is run amok within your society, it loses its integrity. If it loses its integrity, it makes Thor is weakened. And if Thor is weakened, he can no longer hold back Jormungandr, right? And then this is why he has to fall after defeating him in the Ragnarok.
And it's funny, hail Thor, hail Donar, happy Thorsday, everyone. There's a guy in my chat guy in my comments earlier, because I had put a pic. I was like, hey, may do a Thirsty Thorsday live stream tonight, and I had a picture of Thor with his goats, and this one guy, I think he's like a Christian identity dude. I've seen him in the CQ spaces debating headless and them, but he was like, yeah, Thor wore a dress or something. And I was just like, do you interpret all your biblical stories like, just at face value? And he's just like, something, I'm coping or something. And I was just like, whatever. I don't really care to argue with anyone because I get it. And then he goes, Odin was a cuck as well because he let his two brothers have Frigga, and all this stuff. And so, I don't know. I think it's funny. That's really the only few things that they use. And then Freya with the dwarves. But I mean, besides that, it's like, but this is all interpretations from Christians such as Snorri, Saxo Grammaticus, right? So you do have to take that into account, and none of these guys do but it's always the same few little talking points.
Well, like at the end of the day, just, if you want to entrap these people, especially if we're talking about like Christians and whatever, we're talking about their belief in Adam and Eve being the sole human beings that bind us all to the same nonsensical situation. Be like, okay, and so
got a couple donuts.
Who was Cain and Seth having children with?
Right.
Where were the women? Where was it? Was everybody banging mom, or were there just that many invisible women? I mean, like, how many kids were they having in one setting? We're talking about people that lived maybe 1,000 years, right? The human mortality was 1,000 years for the earliest generations of Adam.
Yeah,
it was like 600 or 700 by Noah's time, and then after that, it declines to 120.
What I wanted to say was, but I didn't because I don't want to start shit up. I just want to say, I've heard all the talking points from you guys. There couldn't possibly be a deeper meaning to the myth, huh? Again, not coping. I just don't feel the spiritual need to be separated from my own focused tree and grafted as a branch onto a foreign tree. A tree that has deep roots. A tree that has a deep-rooted hatred for us, talking about white Europeans, whose people have been hell-bent on destroying our own for over 2 millennium.
It's just a matter of
I don't want to argue with people. They can watch my show. They can call in. They can get in the chat. They can send a Rumble rant. But
it's an illiterate understanding of what the literature was trying to convey from the deeper meaning in which we spoke of these things in our natural world.
Yeah. Just adding Patrick Shouts into the see, make sure I have. Yeah, we're good. Putting them in the little ticker, man. I got a ticker from my Patreon folks. Appreciate you guys. And we may start doing this every Thursday. Who knows? Especially if we make the goal. This could be an every Thursday thing since Ass Bud is no longer doing his piano show on Thursdays. Something we could do. We could even incorporate some news and stuff. Me and Zerilath have some other people on maybe to join us. Who knows what it could turn into? You guys, if you've been here for the last few years, it's almost been 3 years this coming winter. You've seen a lot of shows kind of come and go, but we always really touch on a lot in the time that we have on the show. So Gods of the Morningwood isn't going anywhere. Occult Cinema is just starting. So, we, like I said, I do want to start doing these little solo, I call them solo live streams, but then Z joins me. And what's up, Magus? You going to come on and hang out? Editing and writing. Never mind. I don't want to disturb an artist. I know Brandon's he's a good fucking dude.
Next time.
I like him a lot. Him and Kaiva go hard. And, they're a power couple like me and Olivia. So,
yeah.
W.
You gotta invite me on. Gotta invite me on sometime, dude.
Well, he's been meaning to book with me, and you're like I've told Nick and Headless in the past, and then you if you ever want to come on a show, you told me if I get Tom Rousel on, then to invite you on, absolutely, dude, you'll be my co-host for that.
Yeah.
But you start following a certain spiritual path, and then all the people you want to have on to talk about that spiritual path, they don't notice you, or they don't respond. Maybe I need to get on their show and send a super chat. I don't know. I don't like doing stuff like that.
Right.
I'm not here to suck the day's dick, right? I know people that's common in especially the workforce world. If you work a 9 to 5,
for me,
I'm a working man.
No.
Yeah. Sorry,
I gotta really know what I really as a big specific topic. It's got to be a big topic, but also a specific topic. And
but
then once I know what that is, the questions come more naturally to me, and then I know that I have a show out of this person, and then that's what prompts me to confidently, make a proposition for an interview. And right now, I don't want to do any of that because I don't trust my own computer, and I don't want to have a big guest on like Tom.
Yeah.
Then it
crashed out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have some Rumble rants. I do want to get to these real. Yeah. A little smiley face. Thank you, Tiff. And then Not Nice Guy with $5 says, I wish I had a 2,000-year-old grudge I could weapons against a group of people for money. Like that. Then Paige with a $20 donation with a heart. Thank you, Paige. Paige is one of the few women we have on the Greypilled Patreon. And that's okay. We only needed a select few. And so shouts out Valkyrie, shouts out Nancy, shouts out Paige, shouts out Fire Pixie and Tara, I believe. Yeah. Thank you, ladies. And shouts out Miss Babylon, the High Priestess. Anyway, thank you, Paige. I appreciate that. Thank you, Not Nice Guy, and thank you, Tiffany. All right, let's get back to this video, guys. I don't think I've seen this one, but See Through It All. Y'all go follow him on Twitter. And Adam always talks about how no one reposts, or I've reposted a couple of them, but I don't want to clog my timeline up with other. I try to repost a lot of people who I follow, help spread everyone's content around the algorithm. But I do want to give a shout out to See Through It All and John Garatis, Nemor Amalek, Adam Green. Those guys are crushing it and really getting to a lot of conspiracies that people do not want to even think about. And it's questioning the uncomfortable.
Who brought about so much pain and suffering on the Jewish people will be punished. every square inch of Europe is drenched with Jewish blood.
Not nice guy, you are not.
So I'm not envious of anybody
I
living
love
in
you
Europe.
all the same. You are.
How great
You'll
it
always
will
be a big part of the show.
day that Hashem will take all your filthy people, include your children, and destroy all of them for what you did.
Oh my
breaking his-
God. So Hashem will take all you filthy people, including your children, and destroy you for what you did in 70 AD. I want to read a couple of these comments. Brandon said, the great prophet Too Short says, I don't fuck for... Let's go. Too Short, don't you agree? While I'm living my life, don't fuck with me. That's a great... the UGK remix of it is incredible. R.I.P. Pimp C.
I mean, like
He spoke out in the black community, being like, "These rappers are gay, and that shit. You know, if you gay, you gay. Come out about it, but stop letting them boys bust up your back, and then giving these girls diseases and shit." That's really what he was saying, and like I think he was killed.
It's like we're talking about like the Romans.
Maybe he was just a drug addict,
right? Like we're talking about like the Romans, and we're talking about like a Roman. Like the Romans are not like here anymore. It's like you can harass me because I'm like half Italian and I'm a Norman, and so I'm right in the pocket maybe of the descendants of those Romans.
And that's okay, dude.
But it's like, you see, this is the problem with original sin, and it's bullshit, right? Like, look, you know, you got this guy who wants to be on my ass because my ancestors.
Who's on your ass, Z? Whoa. Who's on your ass?
What?
Who's on your ass?
He's talking about my people because
well, obviously, yeah, he's talking about anyone of
Second Temple. The Romans. I'm
the
half
Romans.
Italian.
Hail Hadrian.
I'm half Italian, so at least half of me is responsible for that, right? You know, if we're talking about original sin, because this guy believes in original sin, which means he believes in ancestral grudges.
Meat Cavern said, put a shirt on, Z. Meat Cavern's your biggest fan. Also a huge supporter of the show. We love Will's Rabbit Foot, Will's fishing channel. Motherfucker, you need to start a fishing channel, Will. And this is me as a friend telling you, it would greatly benefit you. Because I know you're a great fisherman.
I will shirt up if somebody...
Guys, if we hit the goal, we'll watch the second half of the Odyssey.
You gotta... Right. But if I'm going to put a shirt on, I have to personally receive the money. I'm not going to personally. Reach the Odyssey.
Zerilath. Do you have a Cashapp or a Buy Me a Coffee or?
Yeah. So at money sign Zerilath on
money sign Zerilath.
Yep.
On Cashapp.
And then it's the PayPal.me/ It's either Zerilath or Zerilath 369.
Oh, we got a $10 donation from Tyranny. Thank you, Tyranny. Love you, dude. Hail Tyr. And sounded very gay when I said tyranny. That may have been on purpose. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Tyranny. Let's see what you said. If a Jew had a cup of nut, here we go. They're going back to the box saga, Z. This is all your fault. Would it be a cup of chosen juice?
Well, as you know, I had shared there was a new box saga little like docu movie that's out now.
Yeah. Where is it on YouTube?
It's
Guys, we're $3 away from the goal.
It's on YouTube on one of those very small channels that is got some of the box saga documentary guys. It's like the Vinemoid Mythology channel.
Dude, Paranoid American used to have the best box saga song, and I mean it was like box saga, suck your cock saga. It was fucking great, and he had an AI thing. I lost it.
You gotta write another song because for
like I have plenty of Paranoid American edits. Like I have
American stickers.
then I have the That's not it. We're not going to do that. I have.
Just buy something.
Guys, you can go to paranoidamerican.com/discount/graypill for 15% off.
Look, you're going to have to move fast. Conspiracy cards from Paranoid American are here.
Anyway, shout out Thomas. A lot of the stuff you see on the shelf. I have the homunculus. He has a homunculus growers manual where you can grow your own homunculus. You know, be your own. What we were talking about earlier. You know, be your own master.
Well, this first episode of this, like it's like 4 hours, I guess. So like each one's an hour. It's like 4 parts. The first part is they want to get a selfing movement going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they talk about the mythology of the selfing in part 1 and the introduction of the box saga as a whole, and then by the end of it, you know, they're just like, and drink your own, right? And it's just like, all right, they're going for it. I'm not going to do that, but I just think that maybe doing it as a movement is a little too soon. But I want to be supportive.
Selectionist, natural selectionist. Dude, come on Rumble, dude. You can really get in the conversation on Rumble. I see you're on X. He says, and this is a guy who will be joining us for Gods of the Morningwood. He says, Magus would be a good co-host whenever I come on to present. He'd love what I have to say. I'm also a little too busy to jump on right now, but listening while I work on stuff. Fuck yeah, guys, go and follow Evolutionist JE1, capital JE1. This is Natural Selectionist. He's in the group chat with me. We met in a group chat through mutual friends. What chat is it? I think it's the Ancestral Aim chat. Yeah, Z, I need to add you to that. I need to add you and Stein to that. But guys, yeah, this is one guy, and then my buddy Heretical Heathenry will be coming on for some of Gods of the Morningwood, as well as Cubertimo. We're getting the Headless Giant back on as well. So, because Nick's not able to make it much anymore. And Stacks has other stuff going on. He runs his farmstead. He has his farmsteading channel. You guys go watch the shit show every Wednesday as well. And then Subliminal and Rat. I'm making an edit, guys. I have it. It's going to be a sad goodbye, but it will be, a new start for y'all as well. You'll be able to focus more on your craft and what y'all want to talk about, and not be so, I got this, right? And you guys are always welcome back on. The rhetoric may be a little more harsh and crazy, but I know you guys can handle it. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so.
And I was right. It's Zerilath 369 on my PayPal. So
on your PayPal? So yes, Zerilath 369, Meat Cavern. If you want him to put his shirt back on, guys, we have another, I guess, few minutes. If you want to get the goal, we got to hit 33. We're almost there. I got about another 12 minutes, or we have to cut it off. We can't watch the Odyssey. But if you want him, meaty. Have you read the Orlinda? Helra Alda. Okay, I want to finish this edit. But yes, so we are reading part 4. Is it 4 or 5, Zerilath? I don't know. You've been there for the last couple ones, I think, or maybe the last one. But we're reading, I think, part 4, the Orlinda, on Saturday, dude. Tune into Gods of the Morningwood, 9 a.m. We're doing Volsunga Saga, fucking finally. Part 3 or 4. It's chapter 15, 3 chapters before Sigurd slays Fafnir. And we're going to spend more time on. We're going to spend probably closer to 2 hours on Volsunga and then an hour on the Orlinda. So maybe we'll cover the Orlinda first. And if everyone knows, you can go over to greypilled.printify.me, get your Orlinda themed shirt. We have Lida's Pineapple Kool-Aid Spears on the Gods of the Morningwood shirt. Lida is, you have Lida, Finda, and Freya, the black, the yellow, and white. So Lida's Pineapple Kool-Aid Spears, it's a fun design. And thank you, Subliminal Messenger, by the way. I am at $36 apparently. How am I at $36 tier? Hell tier. That's, I guess he's right. 36. So we're at 40. I guess I miscounted. So we hit the goal. Z, we're watching part 2 of the Odyssey. Guys, we fucking did it. Thank you so much. You need to put a shirt on. You need to compensate him. Zerilath 369. Guys, support Zerilath. He doesn't have a Patreon, but if you want to support him, you can over there. Z, I'll put your. I have Rat and Subby stuff in there, I believe. Or I did. I have so many headers, dude. Like I have so many little tickers saved. So here, let me there we go. All right, we got you in there. That's PayPal. Z, I can't hear you. He's not there. He must have stepped away. Guys, here we go. Thank you so much. I don't know how I miscounted that. Let's make sure. It's wrap 4. Oh, okay. So would make sense, I guess. Thank y'all so much. So yeah, okay, because we're at 85 out of 322. Again, Illuminati confirmed. We have our 33 show goal that we do, but the monthly 322, which we beat last month, and then not the one before that, but the month before that, and then we skipped a couple months and we got it before that. We started doing it in January just as an incentive to support the show. And if you want more content, best way to do that is by supporting the show, and you guys know I will deliver. I will deliver. Not to say that
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
Temple and killing his children. The Greeks, and after that the Romans, destroying us, destroying Bet HaMikdash, killing our children, throwing us out of Israel. We could not
you did
live
a hostile
in our own land.
takeover
We didn't
with
have
Simon
a temple for
Bar-Kokhba,
2,000
dude.
years. Anti-Semitism all over the world. Nobody ever.
I'm correct, right? That was the 70 AD temple destruction. Was
Yeah, I read the Jewish War.
So who thought he was also the Moshiach? He was the chosen one.
These guys want to have like revenge
Messiah
about
complex.
like what? It's just like I looked around. I asked AI, and I phrased it a couple of different ways at the time. It was just like, is Flavius Josephus telling the truth of what Israel was like during the war? I was very specific in his characterization of Israel and its people as Josephus accounted for it in the Jewish war. And it said, yes, it's generally accepted with the exception of some of his political leanings, right? So, so by and large, like, it was Watiko virus, right? The book is showing you a nation that collapsed under Watiko. It was becoming a complete destabilization threat to Rome's stability in the Middle East, and it had to be taken care of, all because effectively they went hog wild with the sin offerings because they had become a complete den of sin and starvation.
So
radicals were
that Bar-Kokhba was 130.
Like the temple was occupied by radicals.
Xerox, who did the 70? Who was the head of that legion in Rome that took down that?
That was Emperor Vespasius.
Who? Vespasius?
Vespasian, yes.
Vespasian. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bar Kokhba was the one. So it wasn't even 60 years later that they tried to, have another. They tried to do what they did in Egypt. This is what the Hyksos did in Egypt, and that's who I assume the Jews were in Egypt, because people go, well, the Egyptians don't talk about the conquering of their enemies. That's bullshit. They put everything down in hieroglyphs. Yeah, dude, like that's bullshit. That's a code. And so they were the Hyksos in Egypt, and they were a nomadic tribe that probably worshipped Set, because Osiris was the god of Upper Egypt.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, dude. And me and Headless, dude, we talked about this on Rustic Gods like a year ago.
Yeah.
And now, like, I've heard a couple people, I think, I don't want to say for sure, but it was a couple people on Twitter I heard refer, like, the Set worship by the Jews in Egypt during this time. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
like,
it's
dude.
Set Typhon. Set Typhon.
Well, absolutely Typhon, dude. And I allude to this when I bring up Hermes crushing Typhon, right, guys? Crush that chaos serpent. Don't let him, don't let him take over. You have to face your dweller. You can't ignore it. What's up, Deathbite? Good to see you. Good to see you. But yes, Saxon Ranger, Hadrian was right. Hyksos, Hyksos, I believe.
Yeah. Every nation's got some sort of
descendants
thing that establishes their existence, right? You got a people that go back to being the descendants of people that were birthed by the gods. And then that land was promised to them. And then sometimes you get these people that it's just like, it's not just you having a land as your nation. It's like you believe that your people are going to be in charge of it all, right? It's just Romans had this problem. They wanted to be in charge of it all. The Sumerians had this problem. They wanted to be in charge of it all. The Mongolians had this problem. It's like you can have your nation, as far as I'm concerned, Jews. You can have your Israel. But
absolutely,
all you're going to have is your Israel at terms.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Hey.
And obviously the problem with that is that if we're saying they can have a nation, that means they can have a military and all sorts of things, right? That has to mean something, because the current powers that be, which is basically America, has to be running the global terms by which things are, right? And so America is what the globalists are running the world with, and it's being done on America's terms instead of their terms, but they have to play along, right? And that doesn't mean we can trust Donald Trump or anything like that.
No.
But what it does mean is that can we lean things in the way that say, okay, can we just let them have a nation, because it's kind of ass to say that they can't, just because we don't like the manner in which they're trying to make their nation whole as the settlers on that land.
Right.
We're all settlers. We all settled, our ancestors settled America, right? I'm not giving my shit back to the Native Americans. They're drunks.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not giving, so Israel's not giving.
They live on reservations for a reason.
Because they're inbred, right? You're failing as a fucking, people. Period.
Well, let's see. All right, let's finish this, and then we'll watch the Odyssey, because
But left us alone.
This guy doesn't.
There wasn't a perfect salvation.
Meat Cavern was $5.
The final salvation, the third temple that we will be built, will never be destroyed again.
At the end of the
and
week,
there will never be anti-Semitism. There will not be one anti-Semite genital remained in the world.
The only way any among the nations could be saved,
holy beer.
listen up, if that's you, is if they did not partake in the oppression of Israel. Anybody that takes a stance against Jews, they have very big problems, okay? And we will see them. It's going to be a public judgment.
For a day approaches, the day of Hashem approaches on all the nations of Edom. Precisely how they dealt with the Jewish population throughout history is precisely how they are going to themselves be treated in the end of days. And they will be destroyed exactly the way they tried to destroy the Jewish people.
There's going to be a huge destruction. It cannot be a new reality of the redemption without the destruction of the old reality. There's no such a thing. It's not going to overlap. It's going to have to, you have to destroy one reality in order to go to the next reality. Besides the fact that
you have to destroy one reality in order to go to the next reality.
America is done. It's time. The great United States of the great America is over. Closing shop. Why? Because Mashiach has to come. That's it. Mamlechet Edom.
Okay.
The kingdom of Edom has to cease.
All right. United States is over. It's done because Moshiach has to come. And Trump has alluded to this in saying, I believe, and I've heard a few other people say, we are living in the golden age. And it only goes downhill from here, basically.
Like when you hear these clips as the sound clips that they are, and you take out all this context where they're taking it literally, like some of this stuff can be rephrased in a manner that's constructive, right? Because he's talking about all these ways in which Edom, which is basically America, is like falling. Right. Yeah. And there's all this stuff with the Mashiach coming and whatever. Right. There's the mystery school symbolism hidden in all of the motions of what this thing is. Right. Because these people are not like that. And they use this. They weaponize it for their imperial whims. Right. These guys, like, there's two kinds of nationalists out there. There's the imperialist pretending to be a nationalist. That's what Hitler was, or at least that's what Germany was through Hitler, which is also a factor, is like how imperial are everybody outside of their clergy, right? Which the problem is that perhaps too many of them, right? But they may never be in the position to be like that, just like Iran, even if Trump never did what he did this year, would never have been in any position. Right. The point is that it would just go on and on forever like this. Mm-hmm. Right. And so, like I said, the Palestinian numbers are up outside of Gaza. So, right. Palestinians aren't going nowhere. But perhaps the ones that are going somewhere just should surrender because they're getting their children killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what,
yeah, so continue, man. I
never. Edom, which is America, is going to be destroyed.
We're about halfway through with this one.
If you want to go just
I'm
for
gonna
two
let
of
it play
them,
for a second. I gotta get up and grab
one of them is in the book of Ovadia, chapter 1, and the other one is the book of Jeremiah 49. You'll see the destruction of Edom. It says here that the Kadosh Baruch Hu will arise and will destroy completely the city of Edom, and will completely uproot them.
The Romans were never destroyed because the Romans split up into many countries. Who is Rome today? Europe and the United States. Rabbis tell us that before Mashiach comes, there will be many wars. And these wars will eventually bring about the collapse of Edom.
The Mashiach will only come when the Roman Empire falls. What is the Roman Empire today? Christianity now. But what did Cope do? He now brings many Muslims, many, who conquer Europe, America, and the other Christian countries without war until the entire Roman Empire falls by itself. And the Talmud says that if the Roman Empire falls, loss will come to our time immediately.
All the European anti-Semites can send their cancer to their countries, the Arabs. That's their cancer. They're taking over their countries. They're occupying the streets. They intimidate them. They destroy them. There's crime. They rob them. They violent. They block the streets, and they force their culture on them, and they taking away Paris, London, all these places. You can see there's riots in London for months already. They killed some girls there. I don't know exactly the story.
Are you
is their
fucking
punishment. They
kidding
came and
me?
killed the Jews that were in Europe.
Wow. They killed some girls there. I don't know exactly the story. Well, was it in like the hundreds of that? Like I don't know how many girls were, traumatized or even worse by the rape gangs. I didn't cover that. I didn't feel the need to. I know.
Well, I mean, I've
talked about it. But
he is pointing out follies, right? And he's saying it in pretty cold, harsh terms.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I've done that. I do this thing, except when I do it, I'm like a barbarian, right? He's doing it as a sniveling little obese man in a suit.
Yeah. And people haven't seen him and Adam Green had a debate, and I streamed it, and it got the most views that anything else has got, or I guess more than anything else has gotten in the last
And there was a lot of interesting respect among them. And for the way their debate was framed, I could see why. It was very interesting.
Well, yeah, it's hosted by a Jew, so you can't go too far, but Adam's actually real good at that.
Well,
he doesn't use like the word kike and stuff. Like he doesn't,
You should be able to go as far as what your reputation that has brought you there is.
He's also very kind of temperate. Like you can tell he doesn't really get triggered or mad too easily.
Sure.
Especially he keeps his cool in a debate, while other people sometimes seem to kvetch out or whatever. But let's finish this.
I'm going to give you something
I really want to start
than
part
the
2 of
Jews
this.
that you killed. I'm going to send you the children of Ishmael. You will have a taste.
HaKadosh Baruch Hu sends the Bnei Ishmael that are not from the 4 Galuyot to fight Edom's fight
I know, dude.
for us, because we
This is
can't
in your
fight
neck of the
that fight
woods,
because
dude.
we're not worthy spiritually of that. Which country had the most open arms for the wonderful Syrian refugees? Now they see how wonderful it is.
It has to be like mostly in New York, right?
That destroyed their economy, their infrastructure, their social welfare, and everything else.
There's a lot of Jews in New York.
Merkel went and took in 1.2 million of these people, and then said she's going to take in double that. Now she's already backing down because she realized that there's no country left. But hey, what happened? We're going to infiltrate Germany with Muslims, and that's going to bring Mashiach. Because the Ishmaelim are going to fight the Edomim. They're going to take battle one to another. You are a slave who's doing the dirty work for us. You're cleaning up our mess with Edom, so we should be able to have Mashiach. That's all you're doing. And for that we say kudos and thank you.
And Edom was a nickname for.
And then people will go, well, you listen to what they have to say, and it's like, I mean, are they wrong? We've been fighting their wars for generations.
In the biblical terms, it's Esau, but Esav as we call it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
When it says Esav, it means cultural Esav. And those who identify with Esav, which means the West. Not the entire West will be wiped out, but most of the West will be, according to this prophecy.
Oh!
And they will be wiped out by a very low class of migrants. They will be the lowest possible class of people, and they will be the ones to destroy it. The destruction is going to be so thorough, and it'll happen from the most unlikely source. So he says, if you ever notice a point where there are these thieves and marauders that are just entering your country, and you'll be spacing out, you're just gonna you'll welcome them in, and you'll know that they're bad people, but you'll, for whatever reason, let them in anyway.
Nope.
Hashem turned the European to such fools that they blinded them. That they
in the now, or was he saying that 20 years ago?
No. That was in the now. That was in the now.
Recent. Well, okay, that's just observable reality. If he had said that 20 years ago, I would have said oh wow, the Jews were in on how things would be now. But no, he's just making observations. Like a lot of these guys are just being wow, you're you are, like our prophecy says, like destroying yourselves. Just like our prophet, like we're doing this to ourselves, and they're just watching the prophecy come about. Now, the catch here is that who's been at the forefront at
right? Who's funding the prophecies?
It's it's the ones that of their fucking diaspora who are like the satanic Jews, right? Their version of Satanists, which is, the people that make the porn industry, that make the Harvey Weinsteins of the world, that make all the George Soroses and Childs up there and whatever. They're pushing all this fucking liberal shit and pushing pro-Palestinian shit.
Yeah, and then you have this side.
And this is the side of the argument of Jews that don't like those Jews, but we're also falling for, their nasty fucking things that they have intended, right? Which, involves having a place to flee after they've ruined the place.
Absolutely, dude.
Right?
Well,
so,
hey,
and so that's where they're being dishonest, is that they don't tell us about their own and their plot in it. Like, this is my evil fucking brother. I am sorry, but this is how he is manipulating you. No, they're just talking about it like it was God doing it himself as a punishment.
Exactly. Well, that's what they taught. That's all it is God.
Right.
Hey, Fire Pixie.
This Odin's raven. This feeds the subtext of the Zionist Christian in a certain fucking way.
Thank you.
I would be disgusted by the Christian that fucking likes all the shit coming out of this schmuck's mouth.
Yeah, and they're definitely out there, or they'll try to use the same rhetoric and then be like, well, we was the Jews. And it's like, no. Fire Pixie says, take my money, $2. Thank you, Fire Pixie, for the $2 donation.
I guess everybody wants me to keep my shirt on.
I guess the meat cavern.
People today get cancer. Nobody invites
I guess
the
he
cancer.
likes it. I guess
now
he's starting to like it.
1.8 billion Muslims. They multiply in such a fast speed that they don't really need terrorism. I don't know why they're so anxious to terrorize the world and to make everyone miserable.
You don't know
why.
What's
the point. Just have another 30 years of patience. One more generation, you occupy the world without terrorism. You don't need to bomb. You don't need to kill anyone. Stay in your own mosque. Stay with your own corners. Continue to grow. You occupy another street and another street and another block and another house and another building. And that's it. You're taking over the world. The Europeans don't have kids. In Italy, they don't even have one kid per family. Not even one kid, 0 point something.
Okay, so
they're going in reverse.
Wow.
Another generation, there won't be no Italians. It's going to be all Arabs. French, same thing. British, same thing.
Almost done, guys, and then we'll start on the movie. What's up, Z?
So he's talking about, I guess, Islam in general, because like the only Muslims that actually want to destroy Israel are the 12ers. Everything literally hinges on 12er Islam as the particular sect that is the most, I just want Israel to not exist, which is why all the funding through Iran, which has created their little 12er Islam triangle, right? They're just causing the disruption. I don't think it's the 12ers showing up, by and large, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about perhaps the Sunnis in that respect, right? Like, because there's not enough people that ask, like, did anybody ask any of the people that raided Spain, right? Because this matters in context to the news with Spain. Okay? Did anybody ask what kind of Muslim they are? Are they waiting for the 12th Imam or not? That's what I would ask them. Are you waiting for the 12th Imam? No? Okay. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Well, they were definitely trying to summon the 12th Imam in fucking, I don't know, Pakistan or Iran, like some months ago now.
It would have to be Iran.
Yeah, it was definitely Iran, but they were calling for
like Pakistan's an ally, but I don't think they're 12ers. Iran is the only 12er dominant Muslim population, and when I say dominant, I mean they're not even the majority. It's just that they have all the guns.
Yeah,
and
dude.
there are a lot of them.
Let's finish this up. We're almost done.
Danish, Greeks, all these countries, 30 to 50 years, it's all going to be Arabs without terror.
At the end of days, we're going to meet the iron of Esav, which represents Edom, which is the West, Europe, and the Americas, to get intermixed with Ishmael, which is basically Arabs and Muslims. How in the world was this ever going to happen if not for this refugee crisis?
Europe already accepted, past the 10 years, accepted more than 100 million refugees. I don't think that another million and a half refugees would make any difference for the Europeans.
Listen to these
It's no longer a matter
fucking
of
people,
whether
man.
it's right or wrong. It's just simply fulfillment of what it was meant to be all along. This is the fulfillment
Disgusting, dude.
of the Hazan and the prophecies. This has to happen, and this is just another sign that we are nearing.
What's up?
The completion of this tikkun of the entire world.
Oh, there we go. All right.
I think out of context, it just looks like they're just telling you like what it's gonna be, just because they're not idiots. Like I think that like you could just, if that's all in the now, that's just them reading it the same way everybody, in conservatism just doesn't like what they're seeing happen to Europe. It's why we made the foreign policy choices that we've made here in America, right?
Yeah.
So is it their plan? How much of what they're saying is a plan? Like they seem to be comfortable with only America being their friend, and shouldn't they want America to survive? Because who's going to protect them? Is Saudi Arabia going to protect them? Do they have a plan for being protected by the Arab world? Really? I mean, I know that it seems like Trump has gotten a bunch of countries on board with the Abraham Accords, and when Iran falls, it'll join with the Cyrus Accords, as per the plan of the Shah. But it'll be Iran and America, and that'll be the only guarantee if America saves itself.
Well, we're gonna watch this one last little video. And then
People, it is absolutely
this guy
impossible.
is
If
insane.
you accept the root, you cannot have Yeshua without Jewish people.
Here
You
you go,
cannot
guys.
say, I love Jesus, while you call for the destruction of the Jewish people and the state of Israel and being an anti-Semite. It is impossible to be both. It is absolutely impossible. If you accept the root, you accept the root family. I am the root family. The Jewish people are the root family.
No.
Personally, I had a
There he goes.
difficult situation with a Christian. Very, very difficult situation with a Christian. I pray it's get resolved. He kept on telling me, what about my benefit? What about my benefit? Let me tell you, when you receive a benefit
by his own book,
you receive the benefit when you cleave to the Jewish people, because Yeshua and the Jewish people are one in the same. And if you are not a blessing to the Jewish people, Yeshua is not going to bless you either. It is as simple as that. Read your Bible. You following what is happening here. Moshe action is an act of mercy. And what is happening right now in the world around us is an act of mercy. All the tribulation in the world is to tell you, Gentile, the train is departing. You have one more chance. to be a blessing.
This guy's like cutting a
to the
wrestling
Jewish
promo
people.
against
One tiny chance before the Messiah of the Jews comes.
He wants to go to Jewish wrestling.
You got one chance, Christians. I guess. I don't know. I'm sure. I think a lot of Christians are probably laughing at this.
You have one chance.
But
like
to grab the
by
ticket
your
of
own
the Jew.
Oh,
is the
and
you
understand.
hear them? You have one chance to grab the titsit of the Jew, and this is what they talk about in their prophecies.
There are many generations of people descended of Noah before we hit Abraham and we're having a conversation about Jews, which, because he's a Jew and not a Hebrew, we're only talking about 1/13 of this fucking root race. Because the further you want to own yourself specifically in a Judean context, the further you are actually talking about the southern kingdom of Judea and calling it Israel. And the southern kingdom was kind of the bad guys.
Well, just crash out.
When you run the kingdom exactly the way that it was supposed to be established.
Hold on. He says, when you kiss
the Jew, you kiss Yeshua.
When you kiss the Jew, you kiss
on the
Yeshua.
Jew, you are hard on Yeshua.
Oh, wow.
And when you're difficult on the Jew, you are rejecting Yeshua. JDR was saying in his video, we get the blessing to Jesus. You're not getting any blessings because you believe in Jesus. Even the demons believe in Jesus, the Bible says. If you have not removed the stones, if you have not removed the anti-Semitism, if you have not removed those brethren who are suffering, the pain of those who are suffering.
It's a short video.
He wants to validate Jesus, and he is standing against
and he will say to
the Sanhedrin Pharisees.
I did not.
Oh yeah, dude. There's no way I'm pretty sure this guy's name is Adam Sandler.
He looks like Adam Sandler.
No, I'm pretty sure his fucking name. I don't know if this is Rabbi Adam Sandler, but there is a rabbi named Adam Sandler. No, I don't know who this is.
No,
oh my God.
Workers.
Now I can't unsee.
Lawlessness.
I know, right?
I'm challenging you today.
He does look like Adam Sandler.
Which highway will you build?
Which highway will you build?
Will you build the highway of a dome that Israel can travel through? Or will you build a highway of a dome that is full of mines and bombs for the suffering of the Jewish people?
Yeah.
I want to tell you something on a personal level.
Gonna take the freeway.
In the last year,
into the sun.
I've been robbed, cheated, rejected, and frankly tormented by Christians who claim to profess Jesus more than any time of my life. For those people, I have a word for you. You have been warned. The Jewish Messiah is coming and returning. Repent. Repent for your hard heart and remove the stones so that Israel
remove the stones
can experience the Messiah soon in our days.
No, Itzhak Shapira. There is a rabbi called Adam Sandler.
Shapira.
All right, guys, we're going
He's probably him and Shapiro are of derivative families.
Spiritual Ascension. Unfortunately, man, we do have to cut the YouTube stream. We're about to watch some of the Odyssey Part 2. And yeah, got to cut the YouTube because it's on YouTube. So everyone on YouTube, come on over to Rumble. And if not, be sure to like the stream. And yeah, this was fun. It'll probably get taken off of YouTube. Most of my live streams do. Or they don't get as many views as they do on Rumble. So I end up taking it down maybe. I just leave, my other shows on there. But I'd buy a Rabbi Sandler album. Absolutely. Yeah, he was dressed up as a rabbi, getting his hold on, let me okay. So yeah, YouTube. We'll see you Saturday morning for Gods of the Morning Wood. If I don't do anything tomorrow night, but probably not. Maybe, I don't know. You really never know with me right now. My schedule's kind of here. My son started school, like I said, and I guess both my kids. My other kid's about to start school, my daughter. So, it's hot outside. So you see me when you see me. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And until next time, fear nothing, question everything, and stay gray-pilled, YouTube.